Hey y'all, Love Biscuit here, and we're doing some more Guild Wars 2. We're near the Fields Waypoint, and this is for Desperate Medicine. So we have to go and talk to this lieutenant guy and figure out where the medicine is. So I guess we'll see what he has to say here. This would be so much better if it was actually a cutscene. Sorry for the yawn. But basically he's sending us off to go and get the medical supplies from the bad guys, and it's actually just down the road here. So we're just gonna huff it. This is actually from the second beta weekend, and today we just found out that there is going to be the release on August 28th. So for those of you who pre-purchased, you'll be able to play it on the 25th. So that's awesome. The last beta weekend that they will have is July 20th until the 22nd. I love how you can jump in this game. I love jumping. I jump everywhere almost. But I killed this girl and then popped down the hill here. Could have just went around, but no. How do you go up the hill? Fight the bandit. And there's your illusion warden. I believe I am. Shit, I'm not sure what weapons. Probably a focus and a scepter, I think. Yep. So you get the illusion warden with the focus and the scepter. It's just up over this little bridge here. And you jump down. Yay, here we are! I love the little watercolor-esque looking things for like the quests. I think it's neat.
Petra, what are you doing here? How did you find this place?
I followed you. I'm not going to sit around and worry about my father when I can help. Families look out for each other. You're like family too. I'm not losing either of you. Not without a fight.
Fine, you can help. But stay close and be careful.
Oh, isn't Petra so sweet?
He just took all the loot out to poor guitars.
So we're gonna go down here and kill these guys. Yay! Yeah, so they had this stress test yesterday. I know I'm really behind on getting these videos out since these are from the second beta weekend, which were a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, so they had the last stress test that was supposed to decide when we were going to get to have the release.
Easy to split them. Careful.
Apparently there's Moas over there, we shouldn't split them. Yeah, so the stress test decided that they're going to have the release on August 28th, which is really cool because it's my mother's birthday. But I'll actually get to play it a couple of days early. I just won't get my writ lock and stuff like that until later because I did get the collector's edition. And I'm just really excited. I had fun doing the stress test too. I ended up playing a ranger and getting kind of far with that within the little bit of hours that they had. And then I did the, they had, just like they did at the end of the beta weekend, the second beta weekend, they did the corruption thing where you have the non-corrupted and the corrupted go against each other, and if you die due to a corrupted character, you end up getting corrupted. And I have to say, I mean, it's a neat idea, it's really neat, but it just, the area is so vast, and it's like, I guess you're supposed to get the bosses together, they were supposed to come together or something, and the bosses, you couldn't put any damage on them, so even if you got through the corrupted characters or the non-corrupted to get to, say, Ritlock or Air or the Destroyer, or any of the main big bosses that you were supposed to protect depending on, you know, if you were corrupted or not, they were like immune to anything, so I don't know, it just didn't seem cool to me. And then I ended up logging into a character that was like right in the middle. I got on my engineer and she was like right in the middle of the area that they were all playing in. I ended up getting swarmed by like 20 corrupted characters, so I didn't even have a chance. I was like dead before I'd even completely zoned in. It was awful. So I'm running around being a corrupted character from the start, and those legs, I was a Norn, so it was like this big stony golem thing, and you couldn't jump or anything, and I was slow as balls, seriously. I could hardly move at all. It was awful. I hated it, and I really contemplated logging onto a different character and coming back out, but I didn't. I stayed, and yeah, it was just the bosses never got together, and people who were corrupted kept logging out and then back in so that they weren't corrupted anymore. So I believe that the corrupted actually won that one, but with everybody logging out and back in to be uncorrupted, it just didn't really work out that well. But here I'm trying to figure out where the itch I'm supposed to go. Wow, lag. Okay. Not even sure what's going on here. But
Not that way. The stuff we want will be deep inside.
so now she's yelling at me, telling me this isn't where we're supposed to be going. But yeah, so it's actually a ton of fun. I really recommend this for anybody. I mean, if you're into an RPG sort of games, I mean, totally go to it. If you like player versus player kind of gameplay, this is fun too, because they have a ton of PvP stuff. And,
It's that
you know, if you're into MMOs and things like that, I mean, this is great. I love the combat system. I think it's really great how you can use different weapons and change them and stuff like that. And Elementalist, I hear you can't actually change your weapon, but I think that's because of the attunement. You can attune to Earth, Water, Fire, yeah, I don't even remember what the other one is anymore. Wow, I'm awful. Earth, Water, Fire, and something else. What? Am I really that dumb? I can't even think of it. Anyway, so there's 4 of them. And, but yeah, so you can have that many attunements. And originally I wanted to play the, excuse me. I originally wanted to play a Elementalist. I thought it would be really cool, and I ended up playing it, and I really liked it. It's a fun class. But then I got to thinking to myself, I want something that's a little more, maybe challenging isn't the word, because I think they all have their own challenges, but I wanted to play something a little different. And I wanted it to be like my main character and go from there. I've played so many games where I was that character based on what was needed. Like in Age of Conan, I started out with, gosh, I don't even remember what I started out with. An assassin. But every single group I got into, they always needed a healer or something like that. So then I ended up rolling a Priest of Mitra. And I was a Priest of Mitra pretty much forever from then on, and until I decided to start the other healing classes. Because it got to the point where my guild completely, it depended on me to do anything. And that sucked. I mean, we even had other healers in the guild, but because I was good at what I did, I took the time to learn my character. It was down to me. So whenever we had a new healer in the guild, you know, I was always the one that everybody was directed to. Which was fine, I didn't really mind, but nobody ever took my advice. Well, some did, and they turned out to be really amazing healers, and, you know, they took what they learned from me, and some of them turned out to be even better than me. And, I mean, that's great stuff, and I love hearing that kind of thing where, you know, people that, you know, I've sort of taken under my wing, you know, figured out how to heal and do it, you know, a good way. I hate the healers that come into groups and they're DPSers, which drives me nuts. What I really like about with Guild Wars is you don't have to be a healer. You don't have to be anything. I mean, you play the character the way you want to, and every character has their own healing and whatever abilities, which is really great. And like with the engineer and stuff like that, you could be a complete support class if you wanted to, but why would you want to? But
Say goodbye.
okay, so here now you have to fight Twitchy Jake before you can get to the stolen medicine. But yeah, I mean, one thing to really keep in mind with this is, you know, have fun and play and, you know, do your own thing. And, you know, there is no healer class. And that's what I'm really, really liking about this, is I can heal myself. I don't have to have a bunch of pots and crap lugging me down. I just press my little heal button and I can heal, and there's several different kinds of heals that you can use. Like, when I was playing around with the Ranger yesterday, it has like this little spring thing. It's like a little water spring that you know, make crop of, which is great. I loved it. I thought it was cute. And it heals me and my pet. And since my pet usually gets a lot of aggro, I try to keep him alive and as close to me as possible. That's the only problem, though, with the healing one. So we search the chest here, and Jake ends up deciding that he's not finished with you. So you end up having to kill him anyways. But, so, I mean, I thought it was great that that's there and that's an option. But when it came down to it with the spring, you have to have your, you know, your pet right on you if you want him to get healed too. So that was kind of a pain.
Standing. Barely.
But yeah, I mean, each class has its own challenges, and I really love that. I love that each one is different, and, you know, I don't know, I had a ton of fun with each of the classes. I thought it was great. And here, I'm almost taken down. When you do get sort of defeated in battle, you do have a chance to come back, and if you can kill someone, you end up getting a rally, which is great. You come back, and pretty much you need to get the hell out of there and heal up. But, there's only so much you can do, so hopefully they're close to death when you start out.
I've got to get these supplies back to the Seraph. I'll bring your father what he needs right after I talk to Lieutenant Francis.
All right, but hurry. I'll go check on Dad. See you back at the tavern.
So now we're gonna go speak to the Lieutenant Francis. Blam. Seems really laggy to me. I don't like it. Hopefully it's better when we get into it. Right now I'm trying to figure out my first class. What I'm planning on doing is the night that I get to, you know, openly play it, I'm going to, I'm not sure why the exit was here with the MOAs, but whatever. Yay, Queensdale! But right now I'm deciding between an engineer or a ranger, so I mean, if any of you guys have a suggestion on what you would like to see, let me know. I'm planning on trying them all. It's just, I, you know, want one of my first ones, to, you know, I want it to be my main class. I want to focus on it first. And then later on I plan on coming up with some other things. For some reason, I decided I wasn't sure if I was going to log out or not. But yeah, so I'm really debating right now between the ranger and the engineer. I don't know why. I think it's just one's guns, one's bows, and I'm not really sure which one I'm going to aim for first. I mean, probably engineer is sort of what I'm leaning towards. I really want to learn it. So it looks like an amazing class with the turrets and things like that. I mean, it looks great. But I guess we'll see. I think the ranger is great too with the pet and things like that, and I really love all the classes, honestly.
Fighting men need to look good to feel good.
That's why I became a guard.
And again, I really think this one would be better if you actually had
work.
a
Where's the
cutscene
fun
with
in
it.
that?
Fun is getting to spend your hard-earned pay. Remember that? And you could even end up like me.
There's an event nearby, but I think I'm skipping it, and I'm just going to go to the village and run into Queensdale. Or not Queensdale. Haha! Destiny, whatever the hell that place is called. It's a pack bowl. I'm gonna pack bowl. But yeah, I mean, all the classes are amazing. And yesterday during the stress test, I ended up trying out the Guardian. And the Guardian's actually a lot more interesting than I thought. I thought it was just going to be something with the shield and sword that you could just, you know, put up bubbles and junk and, you know, keep people buffed up sort of in a way. But you can actually use like a scepter and a focus and a staff and, you know, two-handed edges and all sorts of stuff. It's cool. The warrior I'm really not too interested in just because it looks cut and dry like a tank. I mean, it wouldn't be my first class that I would make, but I'm sure eventually I will. And here, I'm going there. Yay! But yeah, I mean, I plan on trying all the classes and having fun and learning them. I really enjoy learning new classes and trying to play them the best that I can. I don't know, I have a stickler for that. But this time around, I ran past where I was supposed to go. This time around, I'm actually going to be focusing one class first. So that way I'm not having 20 different classes of whatever. I just want to have, you know, one class I'm going to focus on and go from there. Do, 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 do. I love the music. So we're going to go ahead and talk to Andrew. Give him his medicine. I'm not sure why Petra couldn't have ran it over, but whatever.
They're upstairs. Take a left. First door on the right. Quick!
Alright, Barbara. I'm going. So now we're going to give him his medicine. I believe there's a cutscene. Wrong room. This place is pretty cool, though. I want to stay here. I don't know. I really love this game. I think it's amazing. Do I have to go upstairs, or is there another door down here? Oh, here we go.
Nothing like ale.
Easy, Andrew. Here, drink this. It probably tastes terrible, but it'll get you back on your feet.
Settle down, Dad. I'm here now, and you'll be better soon.
Of course. I need to speak with him anyway. I've learned something important he needs to know.
Yay! And I believe the last thing you have to do is talk to Thackeray, and then we will be finished. And who doesn't love Thackeray, huh? I'm actually currently reading Destiny's Edge, or whatever it's called. And it's actually really good.
Captain Thackeray, what are you doing here?
We came to check on the tavern keeper. And on you. But where are my manners? Allow me to introduce Countess Anise, Master Exemplar of the Shining Blade.
It's an honor, my lady. Captain, I found the medical supplies, but there's something else. Twitchy Jake was there. He's free, even though he was arrested in the tavern brawl.
Is that so? There's been no trial. Those troublemakers should still be in prison, unless they've been deliberately freed. But who would do that? And why?
They'll never tell us willingly. I'd send someone to infiltrate their hideout, but they know my seraph.
I'll go. I don't want Big Nose Ted and his gang on the loose. And I still owe them for hurting my friend.
I can tell you where their hideout is. All you need is an outfit from one of the bandits themselves, and you're in.
Leave it to me. I'll get the gear I need to blend in and see what they're up to.
Outstanding. Pull this off, and you'll be doing Kryta and her queen a great service. And you will have impressed me yet again. Good luck.
Yay! So that is the third quest, Desperate Medicine. So I hope you guys liked it. I'm Love Biscuit, and I'll see you guys soon.